Welcome to Badaboom. It's Chris. So today was a huge day. James Gunn and Peter Safran announced their new DC slate. Slate includes film, TV, and the announcement that video games will be a part of their new universe. It's really exciting. 11 projects in total have been announced, and I just wanted to rank my top 5 of those. To start, we're going to go right into it. We have Creature Commandos. The reason I have this on my top 5 and not some other things that may be more big names is just the creative team. And that creative team is James Gunn. He's writing this animated series that's going to include Rick Flag Sr. And from the teaser art, you do get to see Weasel, who was in the Suicide Squad film. So that's going to be hilarious. I love that character, the couple minutes it was in there. I love James Gunn's humor. And it will be cool to see if they find a way to bring back Joel Kinnaman. It'll be awesome if he gets to play Rick Flag Sr. That'll be a cool moment to see. But we'll see. I think what's interesting about this new strategy is that they are looking for actors that could play these characters across multiple mediums, that is live action, animation, and video games. That should address some things like we saw with Marvel, where they tried to create Guardians of the Galaxy and the Avengers games that obviously were inspired by the films, but did not have the likeness and performances of the actors in those movies. So this should address that, and that's why I'm excited about it. Next up, it's something that has been on the docket for a while in many forms, is lanterns. So last time we got a Green Lantern was in 2011 with Ryan Reynolds, and it was not good. Ryan Reynolds himself will tell you that, whether it be in interviews or in any movie he's been in since. With this new creative team, I think what's interesting is that you'll have it be a true detective style story, which is the way they should approach Green Lantern. And it is good to see that they're seeing the easy things and going for the layups, whereas before they'll try to make things very complicated. And having something like this, a story between Hal and John, you can make it very, obviously True Detective, Training Day inspired, and you could kind of separate it from the movie, which was very, very big, a blockbuster, a lot of special effects. They can move away from that, make a very grounded story. And, it's said to have some ties to the larger DC universe, so it would be cool to see them investigate and find something out that they must share with their now new universe. So whether it be something about the anti-life equation, about the Blackest Night, all those things are very good things that could, obviously expand and be interesting. And I love to see it because it's something that the reason it's not higher, I love Green Lantern, but the reason it's not higher is that literally Green Lantern as a series has been in the works since before HBO Max was a thing. So it was in development by Greg Berlanti, who's very famous for the Arrowverse, but it looks like both of his versions of the series have been scrapped and they're going to go with a new take. It's not said that there's a creative team attached, but it's clear that they have a vision for it, and I think they're going to seek out creators that fit that vision. Number 3, Superman Legacy. This has been something I think people have been waiting for. It's 2023, so it's been 10 years since we got a proper Superman movie, which is crazy when you say it out loud. If you think about all the superhero movies that have come out in that time, James Gunn has directed 3 Guardians of the Galaxy movies in that time, and he'll be writing this movie. It'll be interesting. With the announcement, you see that Grant Morrison is very much a part of the influence of what this DC universe will look like. We've seen James Gunn post about, All-Star Superman and stuff. So I think they're definitely going to draw from that. It's not going to be an origin story, but it'll be good to see Superman not snapping necks, standing for truth, justice, and the American way, and something that we could all get behind and be a crowd pleaser. I think that's something that Superman has missed. People haven't been to a theater and cheered him on and had those moments. The closest things we had to that is the Snyder Cut of Justice League, which we all had to watch at home. So this is something that is long overdue, and just like with Man of Steel and Batman versus Superman, if this does not work, the rest of the DC universe doesn't work. Creature Commandos could be hilarious and great, but there's no way it could top a great Superman film. So this, although it's number 3 on my list, I think it is the most important film of the projects that they announced. Number 2, another series. So 3 out of the 5 are series, But if you've listened to the podcast or watched any of our videos, you know I'm excited about this. Booster Gold, a HBO Max series. This is really exciting. I don't have to tell you guys how much I love this series, how much I love this character. I've had multiple copies of their first appearance. I've watched the episode of The Greatest Story Never Told on Justice League Unlimited about 1,000 times. So the reason it's not number one is that I kind of expected it when James Gunn put up a poll. The thing he gets asked about the most is Booster Gold. And it seems like James Gunn is one to give the people what they want. So it was no surprise that we saw Booster Gold there. So that's why I haven't it at number one, because although I'm excited, I kind of saw it coming. Number one, I saw coming in some ways, but I didn't see this particular version of it. And this is, again, Grant Morrison coming up again. So, Batman Brave and the Bold. This is going to be a Batman and Robin tale where you have Damian Wayne, Batman's son, as the Robin in this story. Damian Wayne, created by Grant Morrison. They had one of the most iconic Batman runs ever, probably the best in modern history. So it'll be interesting to see it. The reason I'm so excited about it, I am a Batman mark. I think we all are. You know, DC is the house that Batman built. So to get a proper Robin, something we haven't seen in almost, by the time this movie comes out, maybe 25 years, it's going to be crazy. I think kids, this is going to be something exciting for them. Obviously, adults like myself are very excited for it. It'll give us a different take, a different Robin. And to see Damian get this spotlight is super exciting. In terms of Batman, I'm not so excited about seeing Batman because guess what? We're still getting the Batman Part 2, and we'll see Batman in other things. So to be able to get this where it seems like it's going to be fun, interesting, different, very Grant Morrison, hopefully, is great. And one little tidbit I did see on Twitter, Jeff Snyder, reporter, scooper, had said, obviously this isn't confirmed, but what he said was he wouldn't be surprised if Andy Muschietti, who directed The Flash, would direct Brave and the Bold, which is great because they're It movies, and also from what James Gunn has said about The Flash, it seems like they get it. So it'll be great to see a filmmaker that caliber take on a project like this. But yeah, that's my top 5. What do you guys think? The things you're most excited to see? Let me know in the comments below. With that, bada boom.